time to put up or shut up for Elijah. And as I titled it, it's showtime here. And I believe that these verses, chapter 18, has much to say to the church this morning. To us. We live, folks, we live in a day of happiness where people serve gods of self. They serve gods of materialism. They serve gods of recreation and pleasure more than they serve the God of heaven. And I'm not just talking about the world. I'm just talking about the world. The same mentality that drives the world today, I believe, is invading the church with this mentality. God wants us to know today, folks. He wants you to know today that He is still Lord. He is still God. He hasn't forgotten the investment He has made in you and me. He hasn't forgotten us. And like He called Israel back to Himself on Mount Carmel, I believe that the Lord wants to call His people back to Him today as well. So I believe there's truth in these passages that's going to do our hearts good. It's going to speak to our hearts. So let's dig into them. And let's look at these verses and see what they have to say to us and our relationship and our service to the God of our salvation. So it's showtime, like I said, for Elijah, but it's also showtime for you and I as well. Okay, so let's start reading in verse number 16 of this chapter. We'll get all cleared out. Ready? All right, here we go. Verse 16. So Obadiah went to meet Ahab and told him, and Ahab went to meet Elijah. Then it happened when Ahab saw Elijah that Ahab said to him, "Is that you, O troubler of Israel?" And he answered, "I have not troubled Israel, but you and your father's house have, in that you have forsaken the commandments of the Lord and have followed the Baals. Now therefore, send and gather all Israel to me on Mount Carmel, the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah, who eat at Jezebel's table." So Ahab sent for all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together on Mount Carmel. And Elijah came to all the people and said, "How long will you falter between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow Him. But if Baal, follow him." But the people answered him not a word. Then Elijah said to the people, "I alone am left, a prophet of the Lord, but Baal's prophets are 450 men. Therefore, let them give us 2 bulls, and let them choose 1 bull for themselves. Cut it in pieces, and lay it on the wood, but put no fire under it. And I will prepare the other bull, and lay it on the wood, but put no fire under it. Then you call on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord. And the God who answers by fire, He is God." So all the people answered and said, "It is well spoken." Now Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, "Choose 1 bull for yourselves, and prepare it first, for you are many. And call on the name of your God, but put no fire under it." So they took the bull which was given them, and they prepared it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even till noon, saying, "O Baal, hear us." But there was no voice, no one answered. Then they leaped about the altar which they had made. And so it was at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, "Cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is meditating, or he is busy, or he is on a journey, or perhaps he is sleeping and must be awakened." So they cried aloud and cut themselves, as was their custom, with knives and lances, until the blood gushed out of them.